Hello and welcome back to another episode of Project Gluttony Reviews, the series where I look at fat art from fat artists on the internet and review them. The artist I will be looking at today is b45ui. I'm not sure if there's an official name out there, but if there is, let me know in the comments and I'll put down the title. Basically, they're an artist I discovered recently and their art is gorgeous, and I hope that this review can show that to you guys. But of course, I'll be going through the rules that I usually do with these videos, which is the top 3 images of Google Images, and of course my personal favourites. So with that said, let's get started. So for our first Google image we have what seems to be a weight gain sequence. We can see starting from I think the top left to then the middle and then the bottom left. Gotta say I really like the middle one with her eating the burger, that's really cute. Really good fat overall, like this is incredibly well done distribution wise. And I like the bottom left with the belly sticking out. And she looks really cute, you know, she's very relaxed, got really casual clothing on. I think it's really well done. Also top left looks nice with the back fat sticking out. I like a good bit of back fat. And like I said, for part 2 we have the same girl who's now stuffed herself to oblivion. I gotta say, I really like the detail on the side of the belly where you can see it angling down with the line there. I really love that. Also, I like the facial expression and the blush. She seems to be quite embarrassed, but you know, good for her, you know, she wants to stuff herself, that's more power to her. As a sequence with the other Google image, this is a really good weight gain sequence. A lot of good characters, a lot of good story. Even if there's no dialogue, you sort of get the picture of what's going on, so I think it does its job. And for our final piece, we have this art where her friend is asking her if she's been pigging out, which obviously embarrasses her. The detail on the stomach poking out the clothing is incredible. You can kind of just see the stomach through the clothing. And normally with fat art, you see the belly in its entirety without any clothes, but you can already tell what the stomach is like through this art piece. I think this piece also highlights b45's talent at making good facial expressions. Like, she's very embarrassed, but you know, if she wanted to eat something, she wanted to eat something, so good for her. Now that we're finished with the top 3 Google images, let's move on to my personal favourites. So for our first favourite, we have probably the cutest OC design I've seen in a long time. Oh my god, this is brilliant. I love the distribution of fat everywhere, I love the clothing, the shading is incredible. I love that she's eating and that little innocent looking face. It's just so cute. I've mentioned my love for double chins before, but I really appreciate fat faces. I think fat face is definitely second on the list, and b45ui does an amazing job at them. And for my second favourite we have this one girl, I think it might be one from earlier, who's once again stuffed herself to oblivion. I've got to start by saying once again, the shading of this is incredible. Look at the clothes, look how tight they are on the body, just look at the detail on the sleeves. It's so good. I also like the little picture in the top corner of her eating, that's also really cute. And once again, this picture highlights b45ui's talent at doing really cute and embarrassed faces. Can someone count in the comments how many times I said cute in this video? That'd be very handy. Including that time I just said it, thank you. And for our final piece we have this lovely girl who seems to be taking the laid back approach of life, you know, having a drink and a big bag of food, very relaxing. The detail of the clothing here is incredible, you could see the marks, the stretches, and just the fabrics of it. The fabrics being shown on the jumper and the jeans, it's just great. I also gotta give some points for the shirt underneath, I really think the colour looks great on her. And just the overall size of her is just amazing. Just my type. Good art. Good art. So what's the verdict? Well, b45 has great detail on the overall art pieces. You can see it in the clothes, the stomach fat, the faces, the hair. I think they have an amazing talent at doing a detail. I also think b45 is mostly based on fat distribution that is equal. And I like that, you know, it's not too far, but it's not too little. It's just a perfect size. I also think the designs of the characters, I think most of them OCs, are just incredibly cute. And once again, the shading on a lot of these pieces, because they're black and white, are incredible. I especially think the shading on the first favourite is just some of the best shading I've seen. Before ending the video, I'd like to give an honorary mention to this animation that b45ui made. It's not something I usually cover on this channel, but I think this one needs to be highlighted. The dropping of the belly in this animation is incredible, and I like the struggle in her face. The tight jeans and the rolled up shirt is also a great touch. With all the art I've shown in this video, I would highly recommend checking out b45ui. But what do you think though? be sure to let me know in the comments and hopefully I'll read it. Thank you so much for watching the video, be sure to like and subscribe and to share especially, and I hope to see you here next time.